and I have referenced this in a couple of other videos that I have on my channel. I've read lots of things out of a few parts of this, and these are the last 163 words of the first 164 pages. So I would like to read this paragraph or two to you this evening. This is in a section of the book that's called A Vision for You. So if I could just for a second, either remind you or tell you for the first time that this book was originally written in the 1930s as a way of educating the public on alcoholism and addiction, essentially. But nobody really knew what alcoholism was back in those days, and I actually have a video up where I read the doctor's opinion. There's a chapter in the book called The Doctor's Opinion, and for the first time ever in history, a medical doctor actually learned enough about alcoholism from his experience with hundreds of alcoholics, and after his conversations with Bill Wilson, who is the founder of AA and the creator of the fellowship, to back up the idea that alcoholism is actually a physical and a mental disease. It's actually, we say it's actually three parts: physical, mental, and spiritual. The spirituality is what keeps me in recovery. Anyways, I digress. The book was originally written to be left out in public places, to educate people on what alcoholism is. And so there's several different chapters in the book, and one of them is The Doctor's Opinion. One of them is called Bill's Story, where Bill tells his own story and how he came to, create the fellowship. One is called There Is a Solution, where they introduce the idea of AA. One is called More About Alcoholism. Self-explanatory, I think. Another is called We Agnostics, where it talks about partaking in the program and not believing in God or spirituality. That's a really good chapter if you're not into the whole God thing. It's possible to recover from alcoholism and enjoy the benefits of AA without believing in God. Anyway, the next chapter is called How It Works. Into Action, which talks about the bulk of the steps. The next section is called Working with Others, which is what we essentially do after we've worked the 12 steps, and we go out and carry the message to other people and alcoholics who are still suffering. There's a chapter in here called Two Wives, and let me be clear, this was again written in the 30s, and they're in the process of creating a 5th edition and also a plain language big book, and I personally believe, this is not confirmed anywhere, there's no talks of this in any official offices of AA or official levels, but I truly believe that this chapter one day will eventually be renamed to Loved Ones. It's addressing wives of alcoholics, but hello, people who don't have wives can be alcoholics, but they can have loved ones who need to know the information that's in this chapter. Anyway, there's going to be lots of updates in the future to employers. I think to employers it's pretty self-explanatory. It's basically just like to any, business or company or corporation that like it is employing people who needed to go into the program. And then the very last chapter, I went through all of that to get to a vision for you, which after reading all of those other chapters, the alcoholic reading this now chapter begins to feel some sort of hope that they too can recover. And I think the last couple of paragraphs are pretty impactful, so I'm going to read these. Our book is meant to be suggestive only. We realize we know only a little. God will constantly disclose more to you and to us. Ask Him in your morning meditation what you can do each day for the man who is still sick. The answers will come if your own house is in order. But obviously you cannot transmit something you haven't got. See to it that your relationship with Him is right, and great events will come to pass for you and countless others. This is the great fact for us. Abandon yourself to God as you understand God. Admit your faults to Him and to your fellows. Clear away the wreckage of your past. Give freely of what you find and join us. We shall be with you in the fellowship of the Spirit, and you will surely meet some of us as you trudge the road of happy destiny. May God bless you and keep you until then.